Christmas and welcome to 2016 Kingston's annual Christmas parade. My name's Teresa Nichols and I'm delighted to be here joined with Tony Brown. And Tony, I've got to say right away, congratulations on your re-election to
well,
City Council.
Well, thank you very much. I hope it's congratulations, but appreciate all the voters that saw fit to vote for me. 51% of the vote, which wasn't bad, in a 5-person race.
So I wanted to say congratulations to you. Also, congratulations to Tara Stockton and Stephanie Wright, councilwomen-elect. And I have to say a big thank you to Councilman John Burkett and Councilman Norm Sugarman for their many years of dedicated service to the city of Kingston. And I just wanted to say thank you, and I wish them all the best.
That's good. A windy night tonight for the 2016 edition of the Kingston Christmas Parade. Teresa, I did a little bit different this year. I had the opportunity to go through before the parade and stopped at every one of the floats and every one of the events. It's going to be a big, big parade tonight. We've got over 67 entries. Of course, we'll be listening to the Roane County High School award-winning marching band, and got a big crowd.
I know. I came up earlier and the streets are already lined, and so that's always encouraging. And we want to say thank you to all the participants, all those that are participate by floats, they walk, they bring their Kingston hoppers and midgets, and I love that, you know, Kingston is the first to kick off the Christmas season with their parade first in the county.
Always the first Monday after Thanksgiving. And a lot of volunteers, will mention those throughout the parade tonight, and of course without the Parks and Recreation Board and the director, Mr. Rick Ross, and all his employees, the city of Kingston, the mayor and the council and the city manager, David Bowen, none of this would be possible. And you know, because of the threat of rain tonight and this high wind, you know, Rick and the city manager today have been in contact with the National Weather Service in Morristown,
right.
And hopefully we're going to get this in before the rain comes. But
you know, it's always an adventure coming out and announcing. We either have rain, sometimes sleet, a little bit cold. It's always usually cold, and tonight we got a great wind, but that's okay. We're ready for the parade.
And as soon as this parade's over, I hope it rains. We need the rain.
Desperately, but the good Lord knows that.
Yeah. Well, Teresa, we're about ready to get started here. I think I hear the first participants, and that's always the Chief of Police for the City of Kingston. And we're ready for a parade.
Let's get started.
Well, Teresa, as we mentioned, the sirens are in the background, and of course the first ones to lead off the Kingston for Christmas Parade will be none other than the Kingston Police Department.
And we appreciate the great leadership from Chief Walsham and all of his staff.
And then following them is the Boy Scouts of America, Troop 101. They're carrying the color guards. And Teresa, they'll be selling Christmas trees through Christmas Eve at the gravel pit. And they've got those real nice looking, I don't know what kind they are, but they're pretty, I know that.
They usually always have a great selection of Christmas trees. So if you don't have your Christmas tree, go visit Troop 101 at the Kingston Gravel Pit.
And they're sponsored by the Lions Club here in Kingston, and there's their Scoutmaster, Mr. Kevin Foley, coming through. And then we have our Grand Marshal, that's Mr. Glenn Collins. City resident. He's a veteran of the Korean and Vietnam War. He is a member of the Roane Honor Guard, former city councilman. He's a member of the Planning Commission. And have to throw this in, but he's the husband to Sue Collins, and she's big in the Southwest Point Fort Daughters of American Revolution, and she's also a member of the Park and Recreation tonight.
Right.
Next
and
coming through, go ahead.
Our I can't talk, Kingston Mayor Tim Neal. Hey Tim, Merry Christmas. And I believe we had Jody Tipton driving him. Hey, there's our great city manager, David Boland, and his young daughter,
Caroline.
Who do we have up next, Tony?
Next we have Sheriff Jack Stockton and Tara Stockton, newly elected
Councilwoman-elect.
First time in Kingston history we've had 3 ladies to serve on the council.
And I kind of think that's pretty cool. Girls rule.
Some of the resource officers from the Roane County Sheriff's Office coming through, and I'll tell you, those guys have really got a rough job to take care of.
I think all of our law enforcement are to be commended for the hours of work, and they keep our cities and our counties safe, and we are very grateful to them.
And look for them to do a lot of work tonight. I'm sure we're going to have trees down tonight, so they'll leave here and go to the wherever they need to go tonight to keep us safe and secure. a lot of different kind of cars.
Right, we've got people throwing out candy, and our audience always enjoys that.
Yeah.
They even throw us some every once in a while.
You know, I noticed there's some difference in some of the other cities that they've decided not to let you throw out candy. I know Oak Ridge has got a ban against it. You have to walk and hand it. And this year I think Harriman's going to try that.
Well, I think that's just one extra safety measure, don't you think? So
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, when you get a big crowd like this,
we get excited about getting candy.
Yeah. While we've got just a lull here, I'm going to go over some of our officials that have helped us tonight to make all this possible. Of course, Mayor Tim Neal just went through, and the city council members for the city of Kingston, Don White, Sarah Humphreys, Randy Childs, Tony Brown, and then of course you mentioned Norm Sugarman and John Burkett, and then the two newly elected that will take office on December the 1st, so depending on when you're watching this replay, that'll be Tara Stockton and Stephanie Wright. The swearing-in service will be December the 1st at 6 o'clock.
At the Kingston City Hall, correct?
At the City Hall, that's correct. And coming up next, throwing out candy, is our county executive, Mr. Ron Woody.
Merry Christmas, Ron.
And he's
Merry Christmas.
and he's walking and got other folks. Oh, got his daughter back here.
Very nice car there, a Mustang.
Wonder who he's borrowed that from.
I like it. Now, who do we got coming up here,
This
Tony?
is the Roane County Highway Department to keep Roane litter free. Dennis Ferguson, the road superintendent, in his 5th year. That's Mr. Randy Ellis, and Are You Litter Free, the mascot in the back. And then we got Mike Sensaboy in one of the litter free golf carts. Got Brian Matthews, and then we got Little Ellis on and a co-pilot coming through. Again, that's sponsored by the Tennessee Department of Transportation through a grant that's administered through the Highway Department.
Okay, I think you all may have some phone calls tonight too.
I've already had one phone call and 3 texts. We've got people out working. Also, going back to my list, if you will, David Bowling, we mentioned him just a moment ago, the city manager.
And now coming up in this really nice carriage.
This is Mr. Eldridge. This is Hank Eldridge from Harriman, and it's he does weddings and church events. He does receptions. Just anything that you need, you can give him a call at 548-2015, or you can get him horseetc at gmail.com.
Merry Christmas.
That is really nice there.
That'd be fun to use at weddings or any kind of event you may have.
And he told me, now I hope I've got this right, a pontoon horse, whatever kind of horse that is. This will be part of the, well, help me here. I've gone blank. I've talked to him. It's part of the Kingston cheerleading, the Kingston Optimist Club coming through, and they've got the cheerleaders and the youngsters, and they've got as many cheerleaders as they have football players, so that's good.
They've got a happy float, really well done. You know, it takes hours to put those things together, so thanks to the parents and the kids that help put that float together. Now, Merry Christmas!
Just to go with some of the background stuff, it takes the entire parking lot at First Baptist Church to get this group staged to come into it. And we've got the Mighty Mites, the football team coached by John Swicegood. It's the first group coming up. Don't see, there's John waving on the side.
Merry Christmas, Kingston Mighty Mites.
Thank you, Mr. Swicegood. Thank you. Mr. Wick on the other side over here, Stephen.
It takes those parents to be help those teams be successful, and so appreciate their dedication and support.
There's Coach Lane, and this next one is the cricket football team, and that's Jared Ladd on the back, as he's the coach for the cricket KOC.
All righty, good looking bunch of guys there.
Then the next group that we have will be the Hopper football team. There's another Mr. Lane, one of the twins, coming through driving this bunch. And Biscuit Brazil, I don't see Biscuit. There's Mr. Walker over there to the other side. Don't see Biscuit anywhere. But here he is right here in the orange. There's Coach Brazil. So good to see him out. So as he finally sees us, Coach Walker over here on the other side over here with the investigators for the Sheriff's Department.
We got some homecoming queens now coming up from the Hopper group. We've got the Queen Amy Arney and then Princess Madeline Sampson.
And I'm impressed they're in order.
We should have another set coming up in a few minutes.
This will be the Cutter football team. And the Cutters are coached by Greg Hurley. Look at their decorated goal posts that they've got.
There you go. They got Santa.
Then we've got another homecoming queen.
We do. Here comes Lainey Botkin. She's the 2016 Cutter Queen. And then we also have Princess, I'm going to butcher her name.
Akela
Smith.
And they call her KK.
Okay, that's what I remembered reading.
Our next group coming in is Top Flight. And this is Amy Calloway.
Tumbling and Cheer.
And they're located south of the river, down on Highway 58 on the right-hand side. And you're talking about, there's a young lady that fitted me for my glasses today. She was wondering if we wanted to know what the weather was going to be like.
I love their colors. They got some.
Oh, and they've got this good music.
And they got the good Santa hats. Great energy and enthusiasm. If you have young kids or grandkids, check out Top Flight Tumbling and Cheer. We got a pretty float coming up here from Renaissance Terrace. And I believe their theme...
Over the river and through the woods. This is a assisted living in Harriman. So, you know, you can expect to see these floats in all the parades. They'll be judged, and we'll have the winners of the floats before we go off the air tonight.
Absolutely. That's a good one. Over the
river and through the woods. And what's the rest of it? To Grandma's house we go?
Yes.
This next one is kind of unique. This is a blended display. This is sponsored by Eddie's Record Service over in Harriman and Johnny Griffin Insurance. And the point of this is that you need good insurance when something happens to your vehicle.
Right. And you don't want to have to call the record service, but when you have that need.
Johnny Griffin carrying his sign with his employees coming through the parade.
Merry Christmas! We got lots of people enjoying this candy being thrown out.
Got the vendors coming in. I heard them go through a while ago, you know, that they didn't have any popcorn, but they had cotton candy.
Oh.
One buggy had already sold out.
And they got the lightning rods. Now we got coming up is the Southern Alliance Dance Company of Kingston, which is owned by Jeff Ball and operated by Paulette Ray. I think they're going to do a little routine for us. Did you want to jump out there with them?
I'm just trying to, I can do that now. I can do Bang Bang Choo Choo Train.
Well, I'd like to see it. Matt, you want to see that?
Get it, get it, get it, get it. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Ooh, and let it roll. Now, what is it they got on their shoes? What do you call those?
Taps.
Taps, okay. Sounds good, doesn't it?
It does.
When I was little, my daddy put those on there just to keep my shoes from wearing out.
And now Jeannie puts bells on there to keep up with you, I think, right?
Yeah.
Again, that's Southern Alliance Dance Company of Kingston.
Tri-County Roll Arena is located in Oliver Springs. It's a roller skating rink, and they've got a float and got all of their helpers giving out candy, and from big ones to little ones to tall ones to short ones, they're on roller skates.
On roller skates.
Can you roller skate?
I can.
I can't.
I can roller skate backwards, but
Oh no.
It's been a while though. Right now we've got Diversified Landscape Service coming up.
And this is the sponsors for the Cub Scout troop.
Okay.
This is Kingston's Cub Scout group. And they've got all of their packs numbered. And the flag's flying.
Got some nice candy canes showing.
Now this is the Girl Scouts.
They went out big this year. They've got a big truck, and they're having a slumber party is their theme this year. So it's Girl Scout Troop 20732.
Sponsored by the Sweetwater Service Company, West Trucking, and Big Springs Trucking. Big Springs Trucking down in south of the river. K&A West Trucking.
And Junction Sitco down there on.
And I really enjoy them. I'm not supposed to have them, but those Girl Scout cookies. But I remember when they were 50 cents and they're about $5 or $6 a box now. But I'm old.
I think they're about $4 or $3.50 maybe. But yeah, they are the best.
That's high.
What's your favorite kind? I love Thin Mints.
I like those Thin Mints.
Yeah, or Samoas. Donna Moats likes Samoas.
Yeah. But you know, I'm not supposed to have them anymore. I'm going to start a diet today.
What kind was that?
Oh, that was just quit eating. Try to get that sugar intact a little bit, kind of going haywire.
Okay, well, watch that. Yep, no candy for you tonight, then.
No.
Okay, while we have a minute, how about announcing some of our sponsors for our big parade tonight?
You got those if I got those?
You've got them, but I'm happy to read them off.
I never did get through with our other people either. They're your sponsors.
Okay, so we've got Dr. James Walmsley and his team, Cisco Family Dentistry, Renaissance Terrace Nursing Home, Poor Boys Towing and Auto Repair, Patriot Home Care, Tri-County Roll Arena. We just saw them go by. They just rolled by.
Rolled by, yeah.
Naramore Farms, Knoxville TBA Employees Credit Union, Kingston Mechanical Contractor. I know they've got a float coming through a little bit. First American Cash Advance, East Tennessee Casket Store, Eddie's Record Service and Johnny Griffin Insurance, who we just recently saw, Ronnie Collier Auction and Realty, All-Star Promotions, William and Rebecca Ruffner. I believe they're going to have some antique cars in the parade later.
Okay.
Service Restore by Creative Restoration Flooring, Top Flight Tumbling and Cheer, who we saw, Cash Express, and also we saw Southern Alliance Dance Company. We want to thank these sponsors. Also, of course, putting the parade together, Tony, takes a big effort, and we have Park and Recs to thank for that.
And then go back to our other people, the Parks and Recreation Director, Rick Ross, Joanne Neese, Debbie Russell, Sonny Hunter, Chris Boswell, J.R. Bass, Josh King, Dylan Holt, and Nicholas Smith, Tyler Thompson. Then the Parks and Recreation Committee, by the way, all of them are here tonight with the exception of Josh, and he's out of town. But Josh Igo, Tony Brown, Paul Rogers, Eric Clark, Sue Collins, Ruth Lentz, Karen High, Ruth Thompson, and Kenyon Heathcote. They're all here.
I enjoyed serving with them when I was on Park and Rec's board.
And then a big thank you to Channel 15 and Matt Waters, who's doing the camera crew. And he can do it all.
He can. He kind of makes us sound and look good, and we appreciate Matt.
Now then, just to fill you in on what they came and told me as I went off air here just a minute ago, there's a tree that has fallen. It's hit a transformer, and they've had to change the route of the parade. So nobody hurt or anything like that, but that's the reason we've got the lull in the parade right now. Because of this heavy wind, we've got Morristown National Weather said we could have gusts from 30 to 45 miles an hour tonight, and it feels like we've got some pretty high winds.
Right, and that's going to damage some of those dry trees and knock them down.
We had two floats that tried to make it up. That one of them, it tore it completely up when they came through.
Aww.
So they tried to get it straightened back up again. So.
Okay, right now you've heard of the first Robotics, right? The national competition, and Roane County High School, and I think others from Roane County participate. And here is Full Metal Jackets, the Roane County Robotics team. If you have an opportunity to go see them work, please do, or please support them financially. We like seeing our county teams in competition.
And you know, they've got a TV show that's about this. Have you ever watched it where the robots fight each other?
I have not.
You need to find that. It is really something.
Okay. Well, you know, they go out to the MDF, Oak Ridge National Laboratories Manufacturing Demonstration Facility, and do work on their projects, a lot of different teams. We've got a cute little Model T going by us. And then you can hear the band coming up.
I think
that was Rivers' children. Their parents are Brantley and Kara, and they were driving a Model T go-kart.
And now then we have coming up the award-winning Roane County High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Zach Williamson.
And Joel Tillman.
Yeah, and what we always do is just let you listen to them as they come by.
Events that the Roane County Marching Band will have coming up. We've got the East Tennessee Wind Symphony. Part of the band will be playing on December 6th, 8 p.m. at the Roane State O'Brien Theater. And then the Christmas concert you won't want to miss on Sunday, December 11th at 2 p.m. at the Roane County High School gym. Also, the band will be marching in the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Savannah, Georgia this coming March. The band will be filling in for the UT band at Lady Vols basketball game on December 14th. So they've got a busy schedule, and they've got tremendous family support. We just saw their caravan go by.
And I told these folks to slow down, but they're going just as fast as they can. This is the Impact Church. Brother Dwayne Howard is the pastor. They're located on Highway 58.
If you don't have a home church, I know Brother Dwayne would love for you to come by and visit him at an Impact Church.
And that's a Charlie Brown Christmas. The next folk we have is the Caney Ford Baptist Church. And I saw this little church setting out in the parking lot all for the last couple of weeks as the church members did this. But caring, sharing, and growing since 1871. So again, that's the Caney Ford Baptist Church located on US Highway 70. Or Highway 70, Tennessee 70, US Highway 1.
Get them highways straight.
Get them highways in there. This is the Kingston soccer, and this is the high school soccer team. They play their games out at Southwest Point and also at the football field, just getting everything started. And they said, wait till next year. I said, we got any championships? They said, wait till next year and watch us.
There you go.
Cisco Family Dentistry, located across the street from the Roane County High School. The neatest thing, they're giving toothbrushes away.
What a great gift.
So toothbrushes and toothpaste. So I've already got my toothbrush.
Now you need some toothpaste.
I didn't get any toothpaste from them.
Now we've got coming up is the Brookdale Assisted Living here located in Kingston. It's
took the place, changed the names out behind the library.
Right, the Wellington.
There you go.
Used to be Wellington, and now they're Brookdale, and they've got a van load of seniors, and their bus is painted up with Let It Snow.
Watch that little child there.
Yep.
The next one is Liberty Baptist Church, located here in Kingston. God's greatest gift hung on a cross. So got it decorated with the cross, and it was decorated a little more than that while ago, so it some of it must have blown off.
But the lettering, look how well done it
Yeah.
is. God's greatest gift hung on a cross. Amen.
And this is
There's the pastor, Randy Griffiths. Hey, Randy.
And this is some of his youth group that's walking and giving the candy away. And Randy Griffiths is such a great guy. I'm telling you, I really enjoy talking to him and and he's an inspiration to all.
He is, and if you don't, there again, if you don't have a home church, I know that he and his family, his wife Brenda and all, would welcome you to come to their church. Also, I'd like to welcome you to Star of Hope Chapel in Wartburg, where we go to church. We'd love to have you. Our good pastor Daryl Daugherty, he'd enjoy preaching to you.
Now, who's the piano player up there?
Jeff Nichols, my good husband.
Okay, and who's the organ player?
Well, we don't have an organ.
Oh, I thought you had one time. What about?
We did. I'm backup.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to get it. I know that you do all that kind of stuff too. What about Minna Ann? Is that where she goes to?
Yes.
How's
Minner,
she doing?
she's doing well.
Good.
Thanks
good.
for asking. I'll tell her you asked about
Alrighty.
her.
All right. Our director says we need to take a short break.
Absolutely.
We'll be back with more of the 2016 Kingston Christmas Parade in just a moment.
And we're back to Kingston's 2016 Christmas Parade. And Tony, now we've got coming
And
up.
this is
Merry Christmas.
Glenda. You know Miss Glenda down at G&G Gun Shop?
I do know Miss
Look at that
Glenda.
machine gun they've got on the back of it there.
That's interesting.
Located at her granddaddy's old plumbing shop.
Now
Potter's
we have
House.
the Potter House Fellowship Church. Kyle Beverly's a pastor, great man and family. Great family group. I know they'd love for you to come out to visit them at the Potter House. They've got a van load of, I guess it's a trailer load of individuals throwing out candy and well wishes for the holidays.
Next we have Ronnie Collier Auction and Realty. Ronnie is an auctioneer. Set her in 10 when you get 4, got 5, 10 to 15. Who'll give $20 bill now 5? Was a 2011 state championship auctioneer for the state of Tennessee.
Awesome.
Located in 10 Mile, Tennessee. Matter of fact, they've got a big auction next weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
And you've been known to dabble in that just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Here comes Gil and Mike from All Star Promotion.
Throwing out those T-shirts.
Tradition started several years ago where they threw the T-shirts out. So he's got a busload of folks back there. If you need all your for your apparel, screen printing, that sort of stuff, go down and I'm going to try to get it. I think it's 882-8014. I think.
Okay.
I'm trying to get it. There goes
Roane State
Ted.
Highway. Big Ted Perry. We used to be on Continuing Kingston together.
There's
Hey
Cheryl.
there. Caldwell Banker, Jim Henry and Associates.
There's Mike and Linda Farmer on there. But Jim Henry and Associates need to say a special hello to Jim Henry, our good friend.
And Tony, every once in a while, we all need to get money now. So
Yeah.
First American Cash Advance, they've got a trailer, but they want to help you out if you need money. Go see them. Now we got Union Lodge number 38 coming up, wishing us a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Free and accepted Masons. There's Mr. Gallagher up here on the front out here. And they're located just next to the community center.
They've got an old, you're familiar with that old wood stove, right?
Oh, yeah. And then Lou Sheriff with the Cabela Roane County Shrine Club. They meet at Shoney's and the first Thursday. I happen to be a charter member of that organization.
Well, all righty. And do you have a Corvette like these guys
I do not, but I'd like to have one. And again, they're out of Knoxville, and this is the Corvette, miniature Corvette bunch.
Shriners do an incredible job for people. We have some very dedicated drivers like Lou Sheriff, Ed Collins, that drive kids in need to the different hospitals and Shriners.
22 hospitals throughout the United States, and they don't charge anything. They can get you a referral. They've got a crippled children's hospital and also a burn unit that if you need anything, just if you know a Shriner, just ask. And if you want to be a Mason or a Shriner, all you have to do is ask.
We've got several more floats coming up. We just can't wait. Oh, here comes some more Shriners. What are these called?
Ooga,
The doom
ooga.
buggies? The oogas? The doom buggies, right?
Yeah. You know, they practice all the time, and each one of them has radio communications with the others. And when they probably won't do it here, they don't have enough room in front of us, but they'll do their precision stuff when they get on the 4-lane out here in just a few minutes ago.
There's a parade marshal for the Shriners.
Title Loans Cash Advance.
Cash Express.
Well, I tell you what, I messed that up. Didn't I? I'm glad you're here to help me, to set me straight. Because they went by too fast.
They expressed by. Now we got a good looking float coming up.
Farm.
And they had
I told them to slow down just a minute ago.
Stop! We want to see your float.
If they would, they have a corn maze and a pumpkin patch. And of course, it's closed now, but located on Laurel Bluff.
Right. Our middle son and his family, Jeremy Nichols, went this year, as well as your cousins, the Weavers and Jessica Arms, took Big Carson. We got dentist James Wamsley here from Kingston. Got a float here. It looks like a big tooth and a toothbrush Christmas tree. What a great tree.
And it says what? Floss.
Merry Christmas! They want you to have good-looking smiles.
This next thing coming up is the Patterson's float. And tell me about this. I've got a note about this.
This is a 1965 Chevy truck replica. Their first truck used by Don Patterson when he started the business in 1965. And they should have another box truck following behind.
And there's Steve doing the driving. So
if you need any appliances, go see them at one of their stores here in Kingston. And they have one in Knoxville.
Got one in Oak Ridge.
Got
one in Rockwood.
Just go see the Patterson family. They'll take care of your appliance and all kinds of needs.
Down in Rockwood, the Scratch and Dent store. That's where I go. And they got the one in Oak Ridge. They've moved on out on the Turnpike.
Right. Mm-hmm. So we've got a tractor coming up here.
And this is one of the farms south of the river.
Which one would that be?
And it's
Caldwell
Farming.
Family Farm.
He's got him a big New Holland. That's about a $75,000 tractor. And that's family members.
If you got a big farm, you need that. And their theme is "It's Our Heritage."
Well, I'll tell you what. Here comes. Is that a Nova? It is. I've not seen a Nova. That's a pretty color.
That's a pretty blue Nova.
What shade of blue is that?
Sky blue.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. And next we have a Cutlass. Is that right?
Yes. That's an Oldsmobile, in case you was wondering. Next we've got a Monte Carlo.
That's a 1977 Chevy Monte Carlo. Mm-hmm.
This looks like a Ford.
Is this a 32 Ford Coupe?
I wouldn't think that's a 32. This one behind it's probably a 32. This one is probably either a 48 through 51 or so. This is the coupe here.
Okay. They're all incredible. I'd love to have one of these, or two, or three.
Then we got the Chevrolet wagon coming up next. I like that red one. Look at that. Got the white interior. That's
very pretty.
Hey, Lisa, how are you? Lisa's husband restores all of this. That was him in the front and her in the rear.
Nice Corvette.
Well, look at those doors on it. They don't even... I'm not accustomed to Corvettes looking like that.
That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet ride. I have to say, I don't know if Walden Ridge Car Club will be here, but this year we're missing our good and dear friend James Cooley, who was always faithful to ride in their Christmas parades with his lovely wife Georgie. And also J.D. Williams, that both of those wonderful men passed away this summer, and we miss them dearly.
Next we have the Emery Gap Missionary Baptist Church.
Emery Gap's over there in Harriman, right?
Yes.
And they've got a
Mr.
sweet little girl in a
is
trailer.
The pastor there. And their theme tonight is "Come and Stand in the Gap with Us."
Great theme. You know, as Christians, that's what we're supposed to do, right?
That's right.
Stand in the gap. Help others out.
Hey, look at this little one here. They've all got little headgears on. Here comes some with some shorts. He didn't know how to dress for tonight either.
Well, it was 63 earlier today. Now it's dipped down. There again, if you don't have a home church, any of these churches would welcome you. Merry Christmas! That's a truck in memory of Jennifer Steelman.
They're always in the parades here.
Yes.
Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union. And is that supposed to be the Grinch, I guess?
I think so. I think they still want to loan you money, though,
Yeah.
if you need it. And
Little yellow Volkswagen.
And that's, what's the little girl? Betty Boop or whatever from the Grinch?
I guess.
Now we got Poor Boys Towing and Auto Repair from here in Kingston. There again, if you need a tow, give them a holler. Merry Christmas! They got some cute little elves and Santa's helpers in the back of their Kubota. Now that is an old lawnmower.
That's more my speed there.
Now,
And this one here, I never could get up out of it. If I got down, they'd have to use this wrecker in behind it to pull me back up out of it.
me and you both.
But here's DNR Wrecker Service out of Kingston, located right inside. Well, I was going to say inside Kingston, but just right there. I mean, they're just so close, like one block off. But always helping anywhere they can. We appreciate those fine folks.
If you need them, call them at 376-1155. Now we've got some old John Deere tractors coming up from the Three Rivers Antique Tractor and Engine Club. What year is that one?
Look at this young gentleman here driving this tractor. They always like to do these John Deeres.
Oh, he's driving that really well.
The Etrabus for public transportation.
Now we've got it's a motocross team, and they use this venue to help lead kids to the Lord or introduce them to the Lord by helping get them in the woods and do motocross sports and everything. It's Fellowship of Christian Athletes Motocross. So you've got all kinds of things here. You've got a Polaris, you've got motorcycles, or what are those? Jody Tipton always has to correct me on these things. So they're motorcycles, little, what's the little one?
That's a scooter there.
But the little one over there.
He's having trouble. He's going to go
Yeah.
get a little assistance here.
We're going to have to call one of the wrecking companies to help him, or just push him hard.
Died on him. He couldn't get started.
Boy, they're all decked out. I'm glad they've got their helmets on. So once again, this is the Fellowship of Christian Athletes doing wheelies for us. But they're a faith-based organization that uses the sport of motocross to introduce kids to the Lord. So I think that's a wonderful program, sounds like. First time I've heard of them, so I think it's pretty cool. Merry Christmas. Now we got a good looking fire truck coming up here.
Well, that's one of Kingston's fire truck. That's engine 1.
Our good chief.
Willie Gordon,
Willie
the
Gordon.
fire chief.
Yep. I was looking for him. I didn't see him. He may be on the other
He
side.
may be on the last truck.
Yeah, or on the other side. Here's some more of the motocross group. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Motocross.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Another one of the fire vehicles from Kingston.
Got some bright lights. And folks, when we hear them and see them, get out of their way because they're going to an emergency to help other people.
East Roane County Ruatan Club, located right off Buttermilk Road.
They got a good looking float, pretty tree.
Yeah, service-oriented group.
We got the Kingston swim team coming up now.
All right, this is Frank's Fix-It shop right here that helps them. That says if anybody wants to help sponsor them, or if you're interested in swimming, you can come by the community center, go by Frank's Fix-It shop located on Galahar Road, Highway 58, and join the swim team.
It looks like they're showing a banner that they were Smoky Mountain Invitational League 6 champions for 2016. So way to go, swim team.
Here comes the Polar Express.
And this is Patriot Home Care. What a cute float.
Well, they've done some work on that. Look at that.
Yes, they have. They've got wheels and lights.
Look, even got smoke coming out of the, I'm sure Matt's going to try to get that, but they got some kind of smoke coming out of their smokestack.
They sure do. What a great Polar Express. That's a Tom Hanks movie, right? Animated show. Great job.
Who's this? Blue Springs Marina, located off of, well, make sure I get this right. That is Blue Springs Marina, I guess, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And they've got a wonderful pontoon boat that's for sale, Tone.
I bet you, if you were to buy that for me, I would like you more than I do today.
Well, that's good to know. You've got a birthday coming up, right?
Hey, I do.
Christmas. You still get one sock for Christmas Eve.
You've heard my story?
Yes.
Yeah, the first time I got a birthday present, a Christmas present together was when I was 50. Opened the birthday present up and had a sock. Opened a Christmas present up and there was the other sock.
I love that story.
Look here, we've got a mule in front and then some horses.
And they're passing out candy. Beautiful horses.
I like this white one.
I do too. I like them all.
How you doing? 28.
28.
I'm close.
Well, it's coming up. We know that. Merry Christmas.
Thank you all for coming. Them poor horses, they don't know what to think about the
sirens,
excitement and the crowd, but you know, they're well behaved.
They are. They're all decked out. Some of them got hats on. They've got bells.
The great big black horse that we've always had, I've missed it this year. You know, the walking horse, the guy was dressed up in the tuxedo.
Right.
Service Master of Kingston. I believe that's Ronnie Sitzler.
Yes, it is. He can help you just do general cleaning, or if you have any damage or you need restoration repair, give them a call. Service Master.
Located on Highway 70. If you're a Kingstonian, go over Morrison Hill and in the next to the REU substation. Auto Collision Experts. They're located on Galahar Road in what was formerly known as another John Loden's
body shop for many years.
Yeah, so they took over John's place and came in. They've got facilities in Knoxville in here. This is the big green machine.
It is a big green machine. Well, there's my cousin.
Looks like they came straight out of the woods.
that's my cousin Logan driving one of those.
Pushing them on through.
Hey Logan!
One of them won't start. We've got the Roane County Rescue Squad. Eddie Jones is the captain. That's David Christopher on the passenger side of the long-time rescue squad. And guys, these guys are not paid. It's a volunteer rescue squad. They get money. Sometimes they'll have a fundraiser going if you want to give them money. Sometimes they do it by pictures, or if you just want to send them some money. They respond all the time. Go with them sometimes when they need our assistance at the highway department, but they help with the ambulance service. They just do so much that people don't realize what all they do.
That's right, and they're on site when we do our 4th of July big fireworks display.
For the boat races.
They're right there supporting us. So yes, if you have an opportunity to bake them something good for Christmas or sponsor them in other ways, they'd appreciate it. They are a volunteer organization, and we appreciate their time.
Midtown Volunteer Fire Department. Mr. Scarborough is the chief down there. That's the 1st District, located on Old Harriman Highway. Then we've got the Roane County Emergency Services, Josh and his crew, in the same building we're in with Hazmat 1.
There again, we don't want those calls going out.
No.
But if we need them, we've got the equipment to support it.
Next one is Tim Suter, the director of the Roane County Ambulance Service, and his wife Jennifer. And one of the new ambulances, they've gone to a new style, the smaller version. East Roane County. Mr. Evelyn is the chief out there. That's truck 3, and then one of the big tanker trucks. Hope we don't need them tonight with all this wind that we had.
Right. We are so fortunate in Roane County to have all these volunteer fire departments, our city fire departments, and trained staff. We're very fortunate, but we don't want to have to call on them, but when we do, they're there and skilled and ready to go.
And again, all volunteers. They have fundraisers. They get some monies through the county, and other than that, they're on their own. And you have to keep these trucks tip-top shape. It's not like it used to be years and years ago, just take off and go. South Roane County Volunteer Fire Department had a fire, a house that exploded 2 weeks ago, and they called people in, and they were from everywhere. And what they do, no fire plugs south of the river, so they have to pump water into a big, they put a swimming pool up, and they tanker that water back and forth.
Right, we don't know all the details that they have to go through, but they are trained, and like you said, they have to check their equipment all the time.
And when the worst time for the volunteer fire departments are?
When?
Daytime. Everybody's working.
Yes,
At
that's
night,
true.
most of them are off, and that's the reason they rely on Hazmat 1, which is a county-owned vehicle with paid firemen. They'll try to take up the slack in the daytime hours.
We've got another attack 2 from South Roane County truck.
Take
Merry
care
Christmas.
of brush fires. Then we got one of the trucks from Rockwood.
It's really great the different memorandums of agreement the cities have to support each other.
Engine number 3, and I know that there's mutual aids between Rockwood, Harriman, and Kingston and the other organizations.
We're one county, we need to support each other, and I think there's lots of great individuals that do that, and I think it's awesome.
Here comes Rick Ross, the Kingston Parks and Recreation Director, and his wife and daughter coming
Hello!
through. got his hat on.
Merry Christmas!
And then finally, let you introduce this last one.
Well, we are tickled to have the City of Kingston Ladder Truck 1, and who is he carrying but none other than that guy that we love seeing all through December, but especially on December 25th, Santa Claus.
So coming through on the big ladder truck, and there's the chief. I told you he'd be driving the last
Hey,
time.
Chief!
Willie Day.
Willie Day Gordon.
Willie Gordon, the fire chief for the city of Kingston.
Merry Christmas,
Thank
Santa!
you. Thank you, Santa.
We've been good this year.
You know that. Thank you, neighbor.
Maybe he'll bring you 2 pairs of socks
Yeah,
this year.
I'm gonna ask him. I'll see him again for Operation Reach. By the way,
Yes.
if you want to donate to Operation Reach, it's the December the 9th and the 10th. And if you want to come out and help, the older youngsters go at the Walmart in Rockwood on the 9th, then come early morning on the 10th, and we'll be ready for Operation Reach. A little bit short of money this year, but we never fail. We'll always raise it. Going to take 500 kids shopping this year.
And we can still donate, I'm sure.
Yes.
And where do we do that if we want to?
You can go online. If you'll go to Google Operation Reach, send it to the highway department, send it to the sheriff's office, any of the fire departments. They're all collecting money.
Okay, great. And I think we've had another successful 2016 Kingston Christmas parade. It's been great, Tony.
Well, about an hour long, but more than anything, the rain held off. So that's a good thing.
Yes, it did. It was a little windy, but that's okay. The crowds stuck with us. We had several floats and participants, and once again, we want to thank everybody for participating in the first parade in the county, Kingston's 2016 Christmas Parade.
Okay.
And right now, we're getting ready to announce the float winners, right?
That's correct. We're waiting on the judges who are have a table set up next to us, and we'll have those winners, so you'll hear it here first before they even know, because they're still going. We're at the first of the parade, and they're still going.
Right.
You know, this is about an hour-long parade. And we want to say a special thank you to the communications class at Roane State Community College and Matt. You know, he's done this for us for several years. Do a great job. Got some good camera shots, and I'm impressed with the facility they've got down there. You know, my son's an old communications person too, so I always wonder at their cameras. They get smaller and smaller, and
but the quality is better and better.
Gets better and better and better and better. And Matt said it gets higher and higher and higher for a camera. And replays will be coming. There'll be a schedule. If you're on Comcast, Roane County Comcast, and we apologize it doesn't go south of the river. So Comcast on Channel 15. That is the one of the local origination stations that's owned by the city of Harriman, and it's run by the communication class at Roane State. And again, they're over tallying the results, and looks like some of the people that we had around us are following the parade, still getting some of the candy as they go around the corner.
I think so, and I appreciate all our judges tonight, and I would not have wanted to have their job.
Yeah.
I'd much rather announce than be a judge, because it'd be hard to select.
That's right. I told them never want to be a judge, and we're not going to give you the names of the judges, but really do a good job. They've done this for 2 or 3 years, and I don't even know the criteria they use, but I know that there's several. We'll have those in a minute. I know there's a mayor's award and best of parade and that sort of stuff that we'll have. All right, here comes Miss Joanne Neese.
Drum roll, please. I'm announcing.
And I'll let you take care of those.
Okay, so the Mayor's Award, $150 is, the winner is, give me a drum roll, Caney Ford Baptist Church.
Okay.
They win the Mayor's Award. The Council's Award, $100, is Blue Springs Marina. The Band Award goes $100 to Roane County High School. The Youth Award, $75, goes to that big group of Girl Scouts. An honorable mention of $50 goes to the Roane County High School soccer group. They had a big group come out. And our final award is the Church Award of $25, and that goes to Liberty Baptist Church. Once again, we appreciate the judges. What a hard job to select those, and we appreciate the good Lord for blessing us with a good night, no rain, and we know it's coming because we need that. Thanks to all the crew behind the scenes that help coordinate the parade, our sponsors, and I enjoy doing this with you again, Tony Brown, our newly re-elected city councilman.
Well, I hope we're around again next year to do it again. We'll make it an annual thing, okay?
Good,
I've been doing it for several years, and you have too.
I have.
But Matt, thank you so much, and on behalf of the city of Kingston, the Parks and Rec, the mayor and the council, we want to wish and Teresa, we want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.